Welcome to another episode of the Nigerian Community Chronicles Podcast. Today, we are honored to have a special guest who is making a significant impact in the Nigerian student community in the UK. Daniel Olawale is the president of the Nigerian Society at the University of East London, a student-led organization committed to fostering unity, cultural identity, and professional development among Nigerian students. As a leader, Daniel has been instrumental in creating a strong support network for Nigerian students, organizing impactful events, and bridging the gap between education, culture, and career opportunities. His dedication to community building and empowerment has made a lasting impression on students navigating life in the diaspora. In this episode, we'll dive into Daniel's journey, the work of the Nigerian Society at UEL, the challenges and opportunities for Nigerian students in the UK, and how student organizations can be driving force for academic and professional success. Stay tuned as we explore his insights, leadership experiences, and the exciting initiatives shaping the future for young Nigerians abroad. Let's get started. Welcome, Daniel. It's a pleasure to have you on the Nigerian Community Chronicles Podcast. Can you start by telling us a little about yourself and your journey? What led you to take on the role of president of the Nigerian Society at the University of East London?
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Kolade. I deeply appreciate this opportunity to be here. And I would say it's a privilege. Thank you so much for being in the Nigerian Chronicle Community Podcast. So I would start by giving a story, right? So I came in January and I came to school. I resumed in January. So I think I resumed ending of January. So
Right.
Yes. So I started classes the week after. So we had a very big event in May, and I was still a little bit new, trying to understand the system. You know the way you came.
I know, yes.
Especially London. London is
No, tell me about
Yes.
London.
Yeah, so it was not. So I was trying to, go for classes. I didn't even have a job then, funny enough. So there was an event that happened in May,
Right.
and one of my classmates, he told me that, okay, there's this event that's happening. We're going to be organizing stalls, like tables. So different countries will be representing each other. So he wore their country jersey or something.
Right.
And he told me that I should come and help him to organize their stall and all. He wasn't even, it was just active. It wasn't any committee executive, it was just active.
Yeah.
Because he knows lots of people, right? So he called me and he was like, okay, let's go downstairs. So I went downstairs and I saw people. He's from Pakistan, so
Yeah.
So they gathered around. They took pictures. I even took pictures with them. I helped them to sing. I sang the national anthem.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes. So it was because I'm very big on culture. I'm very cultural, not just my own culture. That's one thing my dad taught me. You should be you should broaden your mindset when it comes to culture. You should not just be stuck to your own culture, because your culture is bigger, is more than just your own culture, right? So from there, I went to we're organizing the whole. It was around 10 a.m. before our class. So all of a sudden, I saw a table. And I saw the Nigerian flag. I was like, okay, what's this Nigerian flag looking for here? I had to ask my classmate. I was like, why is this Nigerian flag? I'm in Nigeria. Nobody's there. What is the flag doing there? He said, well, the cultural event. And I said, okay. So I had to ask one of the student union executives, and they said that, okay, it's a Nigerian event, but I think the executives are coming. I wasn't an executive then, I wasn't a president then. So
Right.
because I just came newly. So I was there till the executives came and they took over. I didn't even go for my class. I didn't go.
Wow.
I made sure I was there. So because I'm this person, I'm very passionate about Nigeria. I'm very, very passionate about Nigeria. Yes. So I was there, and we had people coming from different countries. Actually, University of East London has, for my record, University of East London has 170 countries of the world. And yes, that's the statistics that I got from my chief executive. So he told us last week, we had a meeting. So University of East London is quite diverse, very diverse. So we had people coming from India, Nepal, US,
All over the world.
All over the world. They were coming, and they were we played music, we danced. So it was quite fun. That was how I got to know the Nigerian Society. And that was actually what motivated me to become the president, because I saw that there was little to no participation. People, Nigerians were not really interested. I wouldn't say interested, but they just did not see the need
to put that community.
Community. And the truth is, so let's be very factual.
Yeah.
When it comes to community, when it comes to the diaspora, not just UK or London, but other countries, we need that community setting. We need to be community centric. It's important, because most of us, for me personally, I have no parents. When I came, I had no friend, no parents, nobody. I knew nobody. I came with me and God. But I thank God that I met some great people that took me through, guided me on how to navigate. Later on, I got a job and I was settled. Right, that was how I even picked. I was like, okay, you know what? Let me go for this position to become the president of Nigerian Society. And also, let me just say, I am a level 7 master's student of University of East London, and I'm studying media and communication industries. Yeah.
Right. Oh, fantastic. Well done. You've done very well. Well done.
Yes, I think so.
I was just about to say, I was about to ask, in addition to your introduction, I would like you to go a little bit more detailed into what inspired you, to get yourself involved in that student leadership, and how has the role shaped your personal and professional growth, especially when you did not find what's the word I'm looking for? Contribution from other Nigerian students. So how were you able to galvanize other students together and then start the Nigerian community within the University of East London?
Okay, so let me just put the disclaimer. I was not the one that started the community. It has been in the existence for 3 years ago. It was started 2021 so I can't remember, but it had started before I got here. So I was nominated by 4 people, and we did an election and I won.
And you won.
So wow. Yes. So, but basically what motivated me to go for the president is, I think it's just, there was a lack. There was a particular time when the current president then last year, when he was, because when you are done with school, you are not meant to participate in anything. They cut off your ID card, your email and everything. So they needed someone to come in, and I don't think nobody was ready. Nobody was ready to come up. Even me personally, I was not ready. I was just I said I'm good to face my book. Let me just finish and go.
And go back.
Or just, do what I need to do. So it was a couple of people that I think during the past sets, I was a social media manager. I was managing it's a volunteer role. All the roles there are volunteer, but not still they're paid. Well, of course, we meet people. So yes, I started a podcast then. And when I started podcast, lots of people were like, "Oh wow, this is good." I just love the idea. So I got the idea from the past administration. So nobody actually did something about it. So I said, okay, let me just, since I'm a media student and I have access to the radio studio, I said, okay, let me just start this thing. And I think currently we've done like 4 episodes.
Right.
4 episodes, and yes, we've done 4 episodes, I think so. And that's we've expanded to lots of students. A couple of students, they know about it. So I think there was just a lack. That lack was there, and when people told me the reason why we needed someone who is quite community centric, so I said, okay, this is something that I can do. I'm not doing it because I want to occupy a position in the UK or in London or to just add to my CV. No. I'm doing it because this will promote that Nigerian community in University of East London.
Right. Fantastic. Well done. Okay, can you give us an overview of the Nigerian Society at UEL?
Yes.
What is the main mission? What is its mission, and how does it serve Nigerian students on campus?
Thank you so much for that question. That's a very good question. Well, so in terms of the mission, I would say it is what we've been discussing about, creating a community where both past students, past, present, and even incoming students will be able to collaborate and also connect with each other, network. So that is the aim. That is the aim of the Nigerian Society. When I was speaking to the pioneer before I became the president, he specifically told me that we are not a students group. We are not a students group. We are a community. Yes, we are a society. So, and he registered the society on that name. That's why it is not called Nigerian Students Group. It is called Nigerian Society.
Right.
Yes. So that idea, people when people are coming in, they have the idea that, okay, when you are leaving, you're not just leaving the group, you are still going to be there. Even as an alumnus, you are going to be active, and we're going to keep. So it's basically keeping the tradition going.
That's interesting.
Yes, and it's very key. It's very key for especially people that don't have any family or anybody here.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
So in a sense, you're having a community that can support each other. Fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic. Right. In that case, I'm still on the same topic. What are some of the key initiatives or events that the society has organized, to support and empower Nigerians, both Nigerians and Nigerian students,
Yes.
in your community?
Okay, so in terms of events, I would say since I joined last year, we haven't done like too many events, but we've done a couple of very key events. For example, we did the October 1 event. It was it was around that week, and we had like people singing, we had key speakers coming, and we even ate. We did the dessert.
So you had some Nigerian dishes, right?
Of course. What is the Nigerian independent without jollof rice?
Jollof rice.
Exactly. So we did that, and it was awesome. So that was a very key event. And also the school tries to organize events that will make other students from other countries know. Like now, this Diaspora festival, it started last year, from my knowledge, so it's going to continue this year, and we're going to do another one in end of April. So we're planning towards that. Yes.
So it's like a cultural jamboree, for different cultures to come together. Right.
Yes.
That's very nice.
Different things. You're going to see different language,
beats, music.
I'm telling you. Good, yes. So
Investing.
Yeah, so that's and that's why I'm grateful for University of East London. They are they are cultural and community centric. It's important. So like my dad always says, anywhere you get go to in the world, you should learn their culture. There's a saying that when you are in Rome, behave like Romans. If you are in Rome, don't behave like in Nigeria.
That is true. In fact, they will call you up. They will call you up and say, this is Rome.
Exactly.
It's not the side.
Exactly. So that alone just made me understand that, okay, you know what, I have a mission, and my own values align with Nigerian society's values, and I was like, okay, you know what, this is something I can do. I've occupied some leadership positions in Nigeria, or the CDS president, so I've met lots of people from different places of life. The ones that have 2 PhD, 2 masters, the pregnant, the ones that are older than me by 20 years. I've just different people. So it's not just because of the community. Yeah, the community is good, but also leadership to have that experience is very important, because to be honest, so how do Nigerians, diaspora, those are the most difficult desert of Nigerians can. So, but yeah, I decided that, you know what, this is a challenge for me, and it's also a way I can develop myself personally. Personal development is very key.
Yes.
Very, very key.
Yeah, and leadership skills as well, too.
Yes, it's a skill. Leadership is a skill. It's a skill that many people don't want to. People just run away from it. So,
right. So, from your experience, what are the biggest challenges Nigerian students face while studying in the UK, and how does your society help to address these challenges?
Thank you so much for that question. Many people always ask that question, you know, and it's obvious. So I think when it comes to challenges, I would say, first of all, before I even talk about job, I think is trying to navigate, especially if you have not been to the UK before, or you haven't been to London, especially London. London is very different from, it's like you're in another country entirely. Right?
I know.
So, coming to London is like, you are meeting trains, bus stop, you know, like you need to catch this. In other places, of course, maybe they come, I think buses come 30 minutes, 45 minutes. But it's not like that here in London. It's something like in London, 5 minutes, 2 minutes. Some people come like 1 minute after, even trains, right? And they are still nice buses, active, right? So I think some trains still last to like 1 morning AM. Yes, Elizabeth Line, they last to
very cosmopolitan in
very
cosmopolitan
in nature. So coming from a country like Nigeria, it's very difficult to navigate this kind of system. I can't even count how many times I tried to navigate myself, especially with the map. They'll say 50 yards, turn left. I'm like, what is it?
Takes a while, I know. It's a while to really settle in. And I think also it takes a while to understand the dynamics, because especially when you come newly from Nigeria and things, the transportation system goes on the right hand side.
Yes, right.
And then it's left in Nigeria.
Yes.
So when it takes a while for that to sink in. You understand?
Yes.
And I know that is what you're trying to, because even for me, when I travel back to Nigeria, I really don't drive in the first week, because your setting, your chemistry is still focused on driving on the right hand side.
That's very true.
You understand? So you need to get those things, to your system, the bus journey, the time, the train, everything. It's so busy. Anyway, it's like a capital of the world.
Exactly. You are right. You are totally right. London is like the capital of the world, and everybody, you can't. There's no about the road. No meat is here. That is where it's happening, right? And I think one thing I always tell people that I think it was a culture shock for me. It was part of a challenge for me. I'm still going to talk about other students that have complained, right? But I'm just talking from my own personal experience, because I had personal experiences. So when I came here, people were like, "You're right? I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. You're right." So I kept answering that question. And in my mind, I was like, okay, I don't understand. Why is everybody asking me this question? I am all right.
Right.
It's part of the culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's part of the culture. So
English culture, yes.
yes, it's English culture. So if you are not living here or you've not stuck here, you will never understand. You will never ever understand. So yes, that's transportation, the culture shock. Then also, I think many Nigerians also experience this issue of getting job opportunities. Is a major issue. It is a major issue. Yes, it's a major issue. When you come to a country like this, you tend to wait for few months. Sometimes you have to tweak your CV and tell them, okay, yes, you've worked in so place, before you get a job, right? And also, even there are some jobs you get that I'm like, okay, a cleaner. Oh, they be asking me for reference, cleaner, to be washing. Do you understand? So I'm like, this is different now. If I want to do cleaning back home, I'll just go to one man. I'll like, okay,
And then you start cleaning.
I'll start cleaning and they'll pay me, right? So that alone, people are just shocked that why would I be getting reference paperwork? You'll be doing DBS.
Yeah.
DBS, for cleaning job. That's a shock. That's a challenge for many Nigerians. But I think comparing from what I've heard, comparing to other, because I relate to other Nigerian students in diaspora in other countries, compared to other countries, I think UK has, to be honest, I think UK has more job opportunities. I think.
Very true. Very true.
Yes, I think, because one of my friends in Canada, I don't know if I'm meant to say this here, but one of my friends.
No, please do. Yeah. Because you don't forget that this is going to help other Nigerians that are aspiring to study in UK or Canada, especially with this our Japa syndrome. People need to really get the authentic information, because there are a lot of people lying to people back home.
Yes. Yes, that's what my project is on, migration.
See, that is one of the reasoning behind this project, so that we can enlighten people. People can share their successes as much as their challenges. And Nigerians both at home and abroad, we be able to take one or two heed, from your own experience. Then that will guide them in what they do and how they kind of fashion their path. So feel free, please.
So yes, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. So when she told me she schools here in the UK, in my school, but she went for like this interchange for like 6 months.
Right, 6 months. Yes. Canada. Okay.
In Canada, she's in Vancouver currently, and she told me, she was like, before, although she's not working because she's not allowed to work, but the classmates, the students she met in that school, they said that to get a job here is so hard. It's so hard. I don't want to talk about the weather. The weather there is very extreme. Sometimes like -40 something. I'm like, yeah, not very friendly. What happened?
You become an Eskimo.
I'm telling you, I'm like, So,
but that's a good experience too, though.
Yes, it is. It's still a good experience, but that is one challenge they faced. They don't get a good job experience that is career progressive, right? I'll just put it there. I don't want to mention.
So, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So they do some kind of jobs that they have no choice. But here in the UK, you can do. I started working in a chocolate company, right? At Slow Square. Yes, at Slow Square, Kensington. So that even helped me to, relate to customers, like know what these customers, what they want, what they relate to. Okay, I'll give an example.
Yeah.
When I started, I think I did like 3 weeks. I did 3 weeks 1 month thereabouts at my workplace, and all of a sudden my store manager was like, "Why are you not smiling?" I said, "I don't understand. I'm doing my job. Why should I smile? Why should I smile?" He said, yeah, they smile. You don't smile, they see you as rude. And that's the truth.
That's the truth.
It's the truth. Coming from a country like Nigeria, this is the thing we are talking about, sir. Coming from a country like Nigeria, you don't.
I will share a small story. I know I'm the one interviewing you.
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, let me share a small story with you. My own experience, many years ago, when I didn't really understand why people were smiling. And the manager had to say, look, here, even if you are not happy, you still have to smile.
Honestly.
You still have to smile, And I learned that, with my progression. So when I became a store manager, one day, an elderly lady asked one of the staff, who is the store manager? I want to have a complaint. They came to call me. I came out onto the shop floor, and the lady said, "Are you the store manager?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. How are you?" I said, "Fine." He said, "You see that lady until so number?" I said, "Yes, I can see her. I know you always train your staff to smile. She did smile to me, but I don't like the way she smiled." And I was like, "Okay, madam, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to show her. I can promise you I'll have a word with her." And then I was like, "Wait a minute. You said somebody should smile. They smile." And she said she doesn't even
You don't like the way they smile.
The thing is, that there was a cultural thing. They believe that as you need to create an aura of happiness and joy in order to sell. You make people welcome,
Yes.
So even if you are not happy at a particular time, at least what you can do is something like that.
Yes, I think that's one thing I noticed.
And yes, smile in its real sense goes a long way.
Yes.
It goes a long way.
Yes.
You cannot imagine the impact of that in people's lives. When you smile to somebody, that person in itself can, maybe you don't know what that person is going through. By just smiling, you change that person's, situation within that second. So anyway,
that's very true.
Sharing that with you.
Yes.
I've done myself.
Yes. And I'm sure many Nigerians that are watching this, they've had this experience. So it's very, very important. It's very, very important to smile. The way people always say this thing that it's only God that looks at the heart. So no human being looks at the heart. It's only God that looks at the heart. So we human beings, we look at the outward appearance. So first impression matters a lot. Yes. So So back to the job. So I think even when students are done, because of course when you come here, it's not. I wouldn't say you can get a professional job because most companies they don't want to employ students because they want full-time workers, and as a student you can't work more than 20 hours. So that's another challenge, because of course many of us who've had experiences. I've had like over 5 years work experience in Nigeria, so I've worked with big companies. I've worked in Nigerian Brewery. I'm doing so that alone is what many Nigerians just face out. But I think it's very important to learn the culture. I think that culture alone, if you stayed here for a long time, you have an upper hand of getting a better job. That's one thing I've noticed, and I'm sure you must have observed well. So you have an upper hand. So it's important to get that work experience in any work basically. Any work here is work. It's not like Nigeria that you do this work and they'll say, okay, you are doing this. No. Anything you do here, it's still part of your experience here in the UK. So
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah,
so then I think another. I'm trying to remember. There was something but I think maybe in our conversation I'll.
All right, you
pick it
up with it. All right.
Yes.
Let me take you back a little bit, because at the beginning you did mention how your fellow Nigerian students are not fully participating But since you took over as the president of your community, looking at that particular engagement from students, how do you encourage them now to participate actively in community building efforts? How have you been able to do that?
Okay, so I always love using my experiences, because I can't just be talking, and if I'm talking, it's like I'm just reading from somewhere. So I love using real life experiences and my success stories, because I think I became the president in December, so it's not long actually. It's not long.
You're right.
It's not long, but between December and now, we've not done a lot, but I think we've had 1 or 2 events that we've done, and people have they've shown interest. I think the last events we did it was the meet and greet. There were lots of people. We sent a proposal to student union, and we told them that we were expecting 60 students, and they were almost 100.
Wow.
They were almost 100. So, and I think from the review students gave, that's Nigerian students that have been here for some time, they said that this is the first event that they will have this amount of number of students, Nigerian students, in one place.
Right.
In one place. So I'm grateful to God for, of course, my executives, people that I've worked with. So, but I think it's the reason why students don't participate is because they actually don't see the need to. They don't see the need to, and it's because nobody wants to do the work. Everyone is going for sheets, going to classes. I'm not saying you shouldn't work. Of course, your priorities in school. It was school that brought you here. It was not work. So you should prioritize school over everything else. But at the same time, school, there's a level by which school will get you to that volunteering or doing co-curricular activities in school can take you like skyrocket, boom. You understand? To the next level. I know the amount of people I've met with the position I am occupying now, right? I know the amount of people I've met. I know the amount of connections. Although sometimes some people will be like, President, they think I'm paid. Please, I'm telling you, I'm not paid. It's not a paid role. You are here to serve. You're here to serve Nigerians, right? And also, I think I noticed it's not just even Nigeria. I think it falls across the Black community in University of London. And the truth is, these Black communities, they depend on Nigerians, because if you look at the population of Nigeria, we are the most populous Black nation in the world. So we are like we always lead. If they hear Nigeria, they're like, oh yes, every Black person like, oh yes, Nigeria. So if we don't take off the mantle, funny enough, that event, there were other Africans, they came to meet me, I think South Africans, Angola, they came to meet the students. They were like, oh, I want to come, and so I was like, yeah, come. I'm not saying, because it's Nigerian event, what would I say? Come, you should come, right? So the idea is not just to create a community for Nigerians alone, but for other fellow African countries. We are the only, I think from what I can remember, we are the only African country that is registered, that has a student group that is registered in investing. Yes. So, and that alone is part of what I want to achieve as the president. I want other countries to come, they see what we're doing, and they also take that and build their communities as well. Yes, because I think from what I heard, we have lots of Ghanaians and there is no Ghanaian community. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's look at opportunities, challenges, and building a stronger Nigerian community in diaspora. And that will lead me into first of all, thank you for registering on NACADE.org. The Nigerian diaspora is growing, and the platform like NACADE.org is, its aim is to connect Nigerians worldwide. How important do you think it is for students and young professionals to engage with broader Nigerian community networks beyond their universities?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that question. I think let me just take a few seconds because that question is very, very, very important.
Right.
Many people, many students, I would say students because I think students are the chunk of immigrants we have in the UK, right? So many students, they have this mindset of I am coming to school and when I'm done, I have a certificate and I'm going to get a job, a very well-paid job. Some will even say I'm going to get a sponsorship job. But the truth is, it's not so. It's not so. There's a level to which your certificate can get to. When it gets there, it stops. It just stops. It stops. Bam. What will carry you to get that job, that opportunity is networking. Networking. Honestly speaking, like I always say, I love sharing experiences. I've had lots of experiences when I came here. So this first day, the second day I came, so I landed on 24th of January. The second day on 25th, I went to collect my BRP. Those of you that don't know, of course, BRP is biometric resident permit.
Yeah.
So I went to collect it at the nearest post office I registered. So I met a Nigerian, just random person here, of course, the citizen. So I just was on the queue, was on my back. Me, I love talking with people. I'm a communications expert, so that's my kind of person. So I got talking, we started to talking. I said I landed yesterday. They asked me, do I have any parents? I said, I don't have anybody. My parents are in Australia, my brothers are in Nigeria, I'm just here, my sister is in all of us are scattered, so I'm just here doing my masters, right? And I was like, oh wow, that's good. And funny enough, he was actually in a hurry. He was in a hurry. Though, you know that there are some kind of experiences you just face, and they're like, you just meet this person very, very, it was like 5-10 minutes. And after that time, I think, yes, I met him. He offered me my first job. Then from there, he started giving me some other jobs. Oh, just like that. Just like that. So I think one thing many Nigerians are sleeping on, Nigerian students, I'm more specific about Nigerian students, is they don't network. They don't network. And I think is a thing. I'm unapologetic about it. I think it's a thing of entitlement. Nigerians can be very entitled. I've observed it. They feel that, okay, I deserve it. I paid so much amount of money to come here, so I deserve it. Oga, you need to go out there and meet these people, talk to them. Of course, you are not talking to them, you are telling them, okay, you need a job. You have a conversation, have a heart-to-heart. And it's not just even, this person I'm talking about is a Nigerian, and he has been here for like 20 years. He has been here, right? Shout out to Mr. Nipo. I'm sure when he sees this, we could call it. Yes, he will definitely. So I used to call him my godfather. So we still talk, and he has been of a great help. He was one that even told me that, okay, don't go to this place, don't do this. He even told me that when I come here, of course, this is not for everybody. But he told me that to actually understand the transport system here, is important to actually go to school first for like 1 to 2 months and know the transport system, because it's important. Like I said, it is not for everybody, but it was what I practiced and it helped me. After that 2 months, I did not even have any experience of, okay, I'm misplaced. Sorry, can we speak PG?
No, you can. Look, like I said, it's a cultural look. There was one of my episodes I was telling my guest, he asked me if he could speak Yoruba. I said, why not?
Okay.
The podcast is Nigerian podcast. we have the intention. We've actually interviewed people from the east. I'm still looking for somebody from the north. So that well, unfortunately, I can't speak other languages apart from Yoruba. But the thing is that I want it to be cultural. Understand? Yeah. So that we is a way of promoting individual cultures. You understand?
Yeah.
Because yes, if you can speak pidgin, please, put it inside. It's not, it makes it flow better.
Yes, it makes it play exam because me, I'm a Nigerian at heart. I'm a Nigerian at heart. I always tell people. So
No, please.
yes, so it's important. It's important to network, and this is why this platform exactly was created. Right, you meet lots of people, not just professionals, people from the educational sector, the political sector, right? So this is how it's not even just Nigerians alone, even other people from other countries. I see the way they network, they talk, they are always together, right? So when it comes to Nigerians, we're like, oh, okay, there's this thing that they used to say, even my parents, they said it to me. They said, nobody London. They said, don't talk to anybody in the plane. No. Don't talk to anybody. Anybody. So I say, okay.
That's the fear of the unknown.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, so much for that. Fear of the unknown. It is what makes people not start a business. What makes people not network. Is what makes people not connect and link up with other people, right? Nobody will bite you. Nobody will beat you. No, last they will just, I can't speak to you. That's it. You go,
And then you on.
you move on. I've talked to many people of different countries of the world, and I can tell you that networking is the key. That is like the social currency. That's currency. In 2025, you need to network, and this is why this platform is here. You literally don't know what you will get from this platform. I met Mr. Kolandi through Naked, right? I met him through Naked, right? And of course, I met him through one of my mentors, Mr. Daniel, and it's a mentoring program that my school, the shout out to University of East London, they came. They organized this mentorship program. So I just joined. I was like, okay, let me just join. And I got paired with him. So they pair you with someone from a professional from your course of study. Yes. So I'm doing media and communication. Mr. Daniel, that's his name. Shout out to Mr. Daniel.
Yeah, Daniel.
Yes. So Mr. Daniel is a videographer for the is the video. I think he's the videography lead for the Mayor of London office.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. So he's a very Mr. Daniel.
Shout out to him as well.
He has been a great. He has been of a great help. Thanks to navigate my career. Right. Trying to tell me, okay, this is don't do this, do this, how to do this. So he has been of great help. So it's important to network, and we still speak up to now. Even though the school says, okay, you cannot connect with them, but how will you actually like meet people, other people, if you don't network with these people? So it's important. We should go out. I meet people every phase of my life, no matter work, in school, anywhere I go to. If I'm going to the shopping, if I'm going to the mall, I meet people of different places. So it's important to network, and this is why this platform is here.
Thank you very much. I know you talk about the platform. I want you to once again just give a little bit more on how you think, what role, especially, do you think organization like NACE can play in providing resources, mentorship, and additional opportunities for Nigerian students abroad? Just a piece of your mind.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. A piece of my mind. I think, yes. I think what I would say is we can literally, what we can do as members of NACID is we can get feedback. First of all, we can get feedback from students. We can get let them know, okay, what their challenges are, what they need, right? Some people will say, I have no job. You know the funny thing, what you mean. So, like I said, Nigerians can be very entitled. Someone came to my DM, right? I think it was a few months ago. I was like, I need a job. Come and give me a job. I'm like, calm down. Go to Indeed, apply. Your CV needs to be up to date. You need to have work experience. Put this. Don't come to my DM and say. So we need to tackle this thing. Let people know that you are in a different country entirely. And the sad truth is, nobody's coming to help you. That is the sad truth. Nobody's coming to help you from anywhere. Nobody's your savior here, especially diaspora. Maybe in Nigeria, you had an uncle. Here, even if you have an uncle, the government, I wanted to mention something. One challenge that we face in, I just remembered now. I think is the taxing system.
You're right.
Yes, the taxing system. When I saw, I'm still going to go back to your question.
No problem, please.
Yes. So when I saw the breakdown of the tax, the payee, I was like, so if I'm earning 150,000 pounds, half, I think it's half.
40%.
What is just going to the government? So that alone just made my mind. I was like, no. And lots of Nigerians, they always try to. I think another challenge we face is we always try to calculate. Nah, that's a big mistake.
Yeah.
You should not. Like I said, when you are in Rome, behave like a Roman. Behave like a Roman. Don't. You are calculating that problem. That's problem. It's a big problem.
Pray for yourself.
Yes. So back to what I was saying. So what we can do is, from my own end, from what I can suggest, I think it's better we start a mentorship program, kind of. The ones that are interested, of course, not all of them will be interested. Then we can organize boot camps, right? We could start with some basic programs for free, then the advanced programs like maybe coding, digital marketing, data analysis, data science, we can start paid, but of course it has to be reduced because we are students. So we can do something like that and empower students so that when they are done, they are equipped. And of course, these are professionals that have been in the field for years. I know one or two professionals that they've come to me and they're like, okay, they want to organize events, boot camps. So I always tell them that, okay, I need to meet the student union because there are procedures to these things. But yeah, these are things we can do, especially that mentorship. I think mentorship is very important, and we must let students know that mentorship is not asking your mentor for money. They are meant to guide you. Mm-hmm. They're meant to guide you on how to navigate this terrain, this environment, right? And work, school, in every facet of this community. So it's very important. Mentorship is what I'm still enjoying now. And that's what University of East London has done. The truth is, from what I heard, not many people actually get picked. Not everyone gets picked in that mentorship program. Some people they join them to a group because we're many. So it's important. Mentorship is very important. Then organizing boot camps and some skill acquisition programs.
Just as you have rightly said, NACID already have all those features in their offerings, because we really appreciate the fact that it's a cultural shock for most Nigerians coming abroad, because what they were fed with is not what they met, and that itself can affect their well-being. I picked that up from what you've said, what you said about that person that came into your DM and say, give me a job. I can see a sign of mental well-being issue there. Because, once you are frustrated, it will be like, look, just give me this thing, no matter what it is. So we are not informed. People are not informed. People are lied to. People are misguided. And that is what NACADE is trying to do by getting, it's a free membership, like getting people to come from different walks of life, different age groups, different cultures, different locations, so that we can share experience, we can share ideas, we can mentor. We are hoping that we'll get people from, medical background that can assist, and talk to people. We've interviewed people from, legal background that can advise people on, visa, immigration, marriage, or things like that. So, you see, that's one of the reasons why we started NACADE, because it's a lonely place abroad. Let's be honest.
Yes, very, very lonely.
Very lonely.
Very
and back
lonely
home,
place,
even walking on your street alone, people will greet you. You will greet people. The culture there is very, very, community based.
Yes,
but it's not so abroad.
Yes.
That's
true.
So
that's true.
I'm giving this speech to agree with you.
Yes. Thank you so much for mentioning that the fact of information. I always tell people information is like gold here.
Yeah.
Not many people actually have information. Have the information they need to navigate this United Kingdom. Not everybody, and I'm talking about the right information. People are misled every day on social media. Social media, people say, I see on Twitter, some people say, I came to UK so years. Now I have a house, I have a car. I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
You should calm down.
I say the truth.
Like, let us know how you got here. Don't just go from you started here and you have no. We are human beings. We are not robots. You're not speaking to robots. So that idea, I call it a perceived reality. It's a perceived reality that these people always put there, and I think it's for optics. It's for honestly speaking,
it's true. You're right.
It's just because I look at it, I'm like, you tell people that okay, you came here so year, and so year you've gotten this,
gotten that.
No. Let us know the procedures, the process. Okay, how you got here, what certifications you did. Did you just start working in KPMG? No, you did not. I know some my two guys were in the same apartment. They came all the way from Unilag. They came, shout out to them, Yinka and Dami. They came all the way from Unilag. They came to do IT. Right, they came to do IT UK. They got it straight. Right, of course you don't get it like that. They got it in Bloomberg, and they. So are we allowed to mention brands?
No, please. I mean, like I said, it's okay. It's a free advert for the brand. We are not charging anybody.
Yes. So Bloomberg gave them an internship 6 months, and they came, and now they went back. I think they went back in November, and now they've gotten a sponsorship job, just like that. Sponsorship job with free accommodation for 3 months, just like that. Yeah. So these are people that they don't. It's not like as if they are doing anything special. Yeah, they are doing. There's just they are meeting people, right? They are talking to people. They are doing the right thing. They've shown us this is what you need to do, and they are also working towards it. So you can't just come and tell me and say, okay, you did this, you did that, These are people that have lived with. I knew what it took for them to actually get that. It didn't take them. It wasn't easy for them. It wasn't easy because we're living in the same building, right? So these are things we need to we shouldn't hold back. I think one thing when Nigeria, we hold back a lot. We hold back a lot of information, and I think I understand from their perspective is they don't want to, how will I put it? They don't want to get into trouble. Yes. They don't want to get into trouble, which is understandable. But at the same time, don't hold back information, especially from your people.
Share it freely,
Share it. You share it. You share it. Especially if you know that, okay, you did it legally. Because of course there's people that they come here, they even stay legally.
They do good stuff.
Yes. But if you come legally and you have your success, so share it to people. Right? Even though me, I'm still a student and I'm going to be done very soon. I know that by God's grace, I'm going to get a job, like a well-paid job when I'm done, right? But it's important to put in the work. That work is very, very, very important. Very important. And I think one thing many Nigerians don't realize is they think it's just skills. It's your skills that will speak for you, but your experience also. Your experience also is very, very important. You must prove your experience. One of my friends, he studied automobile in my school. He has done interviews with Range Rover, with Jaguar, and they're like high-paid jobs, sub £60 per hour. They'll give him accommodation, and he has done like 2-3 interviews with them. And he's told me that one thing that they saw that he didn't have, that other candidates had, was project management. Because these are mid-senior level roles. You say you want to earn £60 per hour, you don't have project management. No, you need to, because you'll be organizing projects from time to time. Not just even automobile, any mid-senior level role. What I've observed, and I'm sure you've observed it. So you must have that certification. You must have that certification in place. So, and to get that certification, not just certification, you must organize projects. Like you must do some projects, do some things, so that, and this is why this platform is here. They are professionals you will meet. They will tell you that, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that. Yes. So that for you to, as a student, it's just important. It's just many students are just, they don't want to put in the work. Right? So
I like to take you to another dimension, because I believe there are so many universities in the UK and there are so many Nigerians in different universities. So I'm wondering, how do you see the future of student-led Nigerian organizations evolve, and what can be done, to strengthen collaboration between different Nigerian student societies across different universities in the UK? Are you in any way in connection with other universities? Are there programs that you do with other universities, Nigerian Student Association? Just,
I think before we even go into other student-led organizations, I think it's important to say that this is just to the Nigerian diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora. I think it's important if we have a strong, because I think I've observed we don't have a strong Nigeria community. We don't have a strong Nigerian community. I can say that for a fact. We don't have a strong Nigerian community. So it's important. Everyone is just, okay, me, myself, and I, which is fine, I understand. But at the same time, we cannot we cannot just keep spreading our tentacles if we don't have a strategy. We need to have a strategy that, okay, this is what we want to do. Yes, we need to get some companies, because the truth is companies want to get involved, but they cannot just get involved in any organization that don't have a strategy. They also want to see the benefits of why they are sponsoring or why they are offering help. Do you understand? Many companies want to, especially many Nigerian companies, they want to get involved, but they need to see, and they don't just want people that want these things for their own pockets. No, they want to help. They are ready to serve, right? I'm aware that there's a community, Nigerians in the UK, NIUK on Twitter, but I think it's just basically on Twitter alone. But I think it's something that if they can target schools, if they can go to schools I promise you, we will have a very strong community. It's one thing I observed in the Indian community. My school went 2 weeks ago. They went to, they were part of the sponsors for the Indian Association in the UK. It was a very big event. Like they gave awards to the Indian president. It was a very big event, and this is what we don't have. This is what we don't have. So it's something we can do. First of all, they should target schools. They should go to schools. Okay, we're going to social schools. We have 5 schools, but I'm not seeing that. I haven't seen that. So we can start from there. There are other Nigerian communities that are actually doing well. There was the performance I watched in York University. Very, very nice performance. I think it was the October 1 performance. Yes, it was awesome. I could share it with you after this. It was good. It was good, like the whole stunt, So it's something we can encourage. Right? So I think it comes from that community alone. If we have that community for Nigerians, and we see that Nigerians, we're doing things together. We meet. Although I heard they organize 1 or 2 dinners, but it's not just dinners. We should target schools. That's important, because we will feel at home when we see people that are taking this mantle will feel at home. Right.
Okay. I want to join them. Right. As we are coming to the end, before we conclude.
We're coming to the end.
I enjoyed the conversation myself.
Yes.
But is there any message you'd like to share with our audience, especially Nigerians in the diaspora, about staying resilient and pursuing their dreams?
Well, I think I've said it before. Network. Network. And the only way you can network is you have to be humble. Nigerians,
and I think we also have trust issue.
Thank you.
We also have trust issue.
Thank you.
We need to calm down. Okay, please, over to you. Continue.
We need to, thank you so much. We need to actually pipe down. I know we have challenge. There's another challenge I didn't even mention, accommodation. We always have issue of accommodation as well. We didn't have, I've moved to 4 houses since I came here last year. So that's some people, they move to different just because if you cannot pay, they cannot pay. But if you actually network with people, this place, there's nothing like bribe. You cannot bribe.
No, you can't.
Bribing does not work here. It does not work. It's people that is, because the truth is, even if you are Dangote, or you need people to sign to put their signature.
It's a structured environment.
Exactly. So it's important. Even when this man, Mr. Ogulesi, he has most of the highest shares in London International Airport. Yes, and that airport is not for small people. Just to travel to Glasgow, go come. I think it's like 180 pounds. Something that can carry EasyJet, 60 pounds. You understand? So it's for high class business people, right? So this way, if we can network, and I'm sure he didn't just get it on the platter of gold. He has talked to lots of people,
done the hard work.
Exactly, he has done the hard work. So it's important to network and be humble. Like be humble. Nobody is going to. No. Don't. I think it's having an open mind. That was what helped me. That was what helped me. Having an open mind. If you don't have an open mind, you can't. It's not a course, sir.
Yeah, true.
You cannot succeed. You cannot. You will always be at this path. You cannot go up. So it's a ladder. You need to climb. I'm still climbing. So you need to climb. I know people that they've climbed and they are still climbing. They are there, but they are still climbing. They are still learning. They are still networking. So networking doesn't stop. Maybe till you die.
You have to.
Yes, you need to network. You need to network.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes,
Lastly, what's on the horizon for Daniel Olawale? Are there any exciting projects or initiatives we should be looking forward to?
Well, wow. Okay, so in terms of projects, I think I have a lot of things I'm doing. I'm organized. I have a podcast. that I started in University of East London. So we're planning to, of course, we need more hands, not just even support, but we need more hands. So I'm doing I edit videos, I do the editing, but it needs to, go to the next level. We've done 4 videos already. So then also, I'm going to be running for the position of the student officer for student union, and that is also in the loop. So then also I'm looking at organizing some 1 or 2 what do they call these things? I think I spoke to Daniel about it. Like I won't say events, but they're like games or challenges on YouTube that I would love to do for just not just Nigerians, but even people that are interested. So, but of course, the podcast is there. I'm going to use the podcast as a platform for us to anyone. Can I mention the
please, because I mean my question is to ask how people to get in touch with you. So you are free to
So my Instagram is BOG_speaks. My Instagram is BOG_speaks. So you can go there, check. That's my personal page, but we have the Nigerian Society, UAL Nigerian Society. That's the name, UAL Nigerian Society. UEL. So you can check it out. And we're trying to revamp the podcast. Before it was named University of East London Nigerian Society Podcast, but we had to do a revamp, and now it's called the Eagles Podcast, the Eagles Pod. The Eagles Pod. So so you can check it, the Eagles Pod, and that's where we are. So we'll be transferring every of our content there. So we're just trying to spread our tentacles. We have more people coming in, right? And definitely we'll need every support we can get.
Right. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing your invaluable insights and for your incredible contributions to advancing equality, diversity, and inclusion. Do you have any final thoughts or message for our audience?
Well, anyways, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity. It's a great one for me. I don't take for granted. My final thoughts, I would say, everything you are doing, do it with so much intentionality. Do it with so much because people are watching. When I was nominated for this position for the president of the Nigerian Society, I didn't know that people had already seen this video, the podcast I started. I just did it because this is what I love. I love watching podcasts on YouTube. I always say YouTube is my TV. I don't have any TV. So I've been watching YouTube for like over 10 years now, and this is what I would love to do, right? And there's a platform which I can do that, right? The University of East London, they're giving us that platform. So I feel be open-minded and be intentional what you're doing, right? And also ask questions. I think that's also what has helped me. Don't say this question. I think one thing I noticed about people here, the indigenous, they don't ask. There is nothing like stupid question, which is what we tagged in back home, right? There's nothing like that. Every question is valid. Question is valid. So ask questions, be intentional about what you are doing, and be open-minded. Even though it sounds like it doesn't make sense, but be open-minded. You really don't know who is watching. You don't know how that thing you are doing, where it's going to get you to, right? So be open-minded. Yes.
Thank you very much, Daniel. To our audience, don't hesitate to connect with Daniel Olawale to learn more about his impactful work. Also, visit nake.org to stay engaged with your Nigerian heritage and community. Follow us for more inspiring stories.
Yes, follow NACADE, follow SCCP, follow. I know some Nigerians are stuff, but follow.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you
very much, Daniel. God bless.
Yes,
thank you. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.